Hi, my name is Anne. Thank you for coming to my channel. Today I am on my way to Porto in Portugal to start the Camino de Santiago. It is going to be a very long travel day today. I have 3 flights from Green Bay to Detroit. I have a long 8-hour layover in Detroit. Fortunately, I have lounge access, so I'll hang out in the Delta Lounge for several hours. Then I have an overnight flight from Detroit to Amsterdam, a short layover there, and then a flight from Amsterdam to Porto. I arrive in Porto about 24 hours from now, approximately, give or take an hour or two, at 3:40 p.m. Porto time tomorrow. I'm looking forward to hopefully a very uneventful travel day, get to Porto, eat some dinner once I get there and go to bed. So I arrive on Wednesday, and I will hopefully meet up with Diane and Neil on Thursday. I have a free day in Porto, and then we start walking on Friday. So some really exciting content to come. Follow me on this long travel day. I'll give you a sense of what it's like to travel from Green Bay, Wisconsin to Porto, Portugal. Hello from the Delta Lounge. I've been here a couple of hours. Got about 5 hours left, but this is a pretty nice lounge. It is right across from the A38 gate in Detroit, and they've got quite a few different food options, which has been nice. And I love these little, it's hard to see, these little cubbies is usually what I look for to sit in, because I think they're just really comfortable and give you a little bit of privacy. So I'm just hanging out watching YouTube videos and eating snacks and waiting for my flight, which isn't until 10:30 tonight, and it is about 4 o'clock right now. So I've got quite a bit of time left, but we'll get through it. I'm in a comfortable spot, and we'll be on our way to Amsterdam soon. Well, it has been a long day, everybody. I ended up having to go places I didn't expect I was gonna go. Got into Porto about 6 hours late than originally scheduled, but I am here. My bags made it, and that's all that matters. I am exhausted. I'm gonna eat something and get right to bed. Tomorrow morning, I'll explain to you everything that happened. It was quite a day. Good morning from Portugal. I am awake and well rested and ready to go. I got into the apartment yesterday, I think it was around 11 p.m. By the time I got all organized into bed, it was midnight, and I slept till 9:30. I think I only woke up once around 5:30 and fell right back to sleep. So that's great. Usually I wake up in the middle of the night and can't sleep for a couple hours, but this time I was so tired I slept right through. So I feel like I've got jet lag beat, and I'm ready to get on my way today and get some things accomplished before the Camino starts tomorrow. Let me first show you my apartment, and then I'll talk about my journey to get here and then what I'm going to be doing today. So I am in the entryway right now. The bathroom is in here. And you come down a little hallway into the main room. It's a studio apartment, so that bed was so comfortable, or I was just particularly tired, but I slept so well. And then I have a little kitchen over here. I'm currently washing the clothes that I wore yesterday, so those are clean and ready to put back into my bag tomorrow. And then I'll show you the view from here. It's pretty nice. I'm not exactly sure where I am because I came here in a car right from the airport and haven't been outside, so I don't know where I am relative to anything else, so I will figure that out later. But I think this is a great little apartment. It was around 80 euros a night, which I think is great for some place like this. All right, so my journey to get here yesterday, everything was great up until Amsterdam. And then there was something wrong with the plane that was supposed to go from Amsterdam to Porto. And I don't know what the problem was, but whatever it was, they could take some of the passengers, but not all of them. So it wasn't something that made it unsafe to fly. I don't know if it was a weight issue. There was something wrong where it couldn't handle as high a weight. Anyway, so there were some people they bumped off the flight, and of course I was one of them. And what they did was they put me then on a flight to Luxembourg, which is about a 50-minute flight from Amsterdam to Luxembourg, and then from Luxembourg to Porto. So originally I was supposed to get to Porto at around 3:30, and I ended up getting in around 9:30. But my bags made it, which I was worried about because those last two flights were on two different airlines. So I flew on 4 different airlines yesterday. Each segment just about was a different one. And then I had a car arranged through this apartment to pick me up, which I am so glad I did, because I wouldn't have wanted to figure out how to get here at night through public transportation by myself. I could have taken an Uber or something, but I'm just glad I didn't have to deal with it. The car was there. He drove me straight here. He knew where he was going. It was a prearranged cost. A little more expensive than if I had taken something like an Uber, but for me that was totally worth it. Another thing I bought that ended up being worth it was I had the apartment provide me with breakfast this morning. Originally my plan was getting here at 3:30 was to go find a grocery store and have food here, but there wasn't time for that yesterday, so I would have nothing here to eat if I hadn't done that. So I'm so glad I spent the little extra money to have that done. All's well that ends well. When you're traveling, you really just have to go with the flow and not get too worked up about things that happen, because there's really nothing you can do about it. Yelling at somebody wouldn't have helped. And one thing I'm really glad about is there was a number of us, maybe 20, that got rerouted, and I didn't hear anybody yelling at the gate agents or acting like jerks. Everybody just accepted what was happening and went with it, which I think is really great. Too often you see people screaming at the gate agents who don't have the authority to do much of anything, and it's certainly not their fault that what is happening happened. So all in all, it was pretty smooth given the circumstances. They do have laws here in Europe regarding what happens when something delays or changes your flight. So I could choose between $400 in cash and $500 in airline credit, and I asked, and it can be used on Delta. So I figured $500 in airline credit was better than $400 cash, because I fly enough that I will make use of that, and then I get that extra $100. So that was how things went yesterday. That's all in the past now. I'm here and ready to take on the day. I don't have a ton planned today. I do want to go to a grocery store and get a couple things. I'm only here today and leaving tomorrow, but a couple things for breakfast and maybe something for to snack on later tonight. I have to go to the cathedral, which I think is pretty close to here, to get my pilgrim passport for tomorrow. I'll show you that when I get it. And that's pretty much it. I think I'm going to take it really easy. I feel good, but I don't want to overdo it and have any issues when we start walking tomorrow. So not a whole lot on the schedule today. I will be meeting Diane and Neil around dinner time. They have some other plans during the day, so I'm super excited to see them. So really just a very easy day, getting my bearings, getting used to the time zone, and getting things ready to walk tomorrow. So that's the plan. I'll take you along with me. Here is the breakfast that I ordered from the apartment managers. It was 12 euros, which is a little more than I would normally pay for breakfast. But like I said, I am so glad to have this, and it will be worth it, I think, especially with part of it I'm going to use tomorrow. So I have milk. That's orange juice, not coffee. I told them I didn't want coffee. Croissant and a muffin, fruit, jam, butter, bread, a couple different types of bread, and ham and cheese. And I'm gonna save the ham and cheese and make sandwiches I'm going to take with me tomorrow to eat along the way. If I need to get something to eat and can't find a place, it's always good to have some food with you. So I think 12 euros is a really good deal for all of this, and I'm really happy I have it because now I can eat and not have to worry about running to a grocery store yet. I am at a place called Casa Guedes, which was recommended by my driver last night from the airport, and it's right around the corner from where I'm staying. So I ordered a pork and cheese sandwich. Supposedly that's what to order. I think it'll be good. We'll see. I have gone to the grocery store, had lunch. Now I'm headed to the cathedral to get my pilgrim passport. Start following arrows tomorrow. This is the official start for the Camino starting in Porto, so I'll be here tomorrow. I bought the combo ticket to both the cathedral and the Bishop's Palace, which was 6 euros. I think each of them individually would have been 4. I didn't think the Bishop's Palace was really worth much, even though it was only technically kind of 2 euros if I think that the cathedral was 4. There wasn't that much to see, it wasn't that impressive, so I would not recommend that, but the cathedral is wonderful. I did not see all of the cathedral last year because I was in a hurry. My battery on my phone was dying and I needed the map to get me back to where I was going. So I really did it pretty quickly and didn't go to the upstairs parts. Definitely worth going to the cathedral, skip the Bishop's Palace.